Hello YouTube fam, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Flora and in this video I'm going to show you how I achieved this braided ponytail hairstyle on my toddler. I'll be using my aloe and glycerin mix, the usual, for spritzing the hair, and then I'll use this Cantu leave-in conditioning cream for moisturizing, and then I'll seal with this Shea butter mix. I'll also use this edge control tamer for making the parts neater, and then we'll use the wild growth oil for oil in the scalp at the end. So we're starting off with freshly washed hair. We washed this hair the previous day and put it in plaits because we didn't want to make the wash day too long. The first thing we do is take down the plaits and spritz the hair with the aloe mix. Spritzing the hair with this mix at the very beginning really helps me in parting. It helps me in parting easily, and then it also doesn't hurt her when I'm parting. So I definitely always begin the hairstyle by spritzing this aloe mix. And when I part the hair, this hairstyle is a ponytail hairstyle, sorry. So I'm just gonna part the hair 4 times. So once through the middle, and then each section will be parted another time, so 4 equal sections. And each time that I part, I go in with that edge control to try and make the part a little bit neater. Parting, it's not really my strong suit, so I really struggle with that, but the edge control makes it easier. It makes it better. And when I part each section and apply the edge control and try to make it neater again, then I use the brush just to make brush away the frizz and make it smoother, because we want the braids, the cornrows to be as neat as possible, given that we don't straighten the hair before we braid it. And then I'll go in again with more of that aloe mix, and when I'm combing, as you can see here, I try to hold the hair at the roots just to prevent it from hurting when I comb through, and I'm still using a very big comb. So at this point, when I have smaller sections, I go in with the cream and try to get in on as much of the strands as possible. Actually, I should be applying this cream in smaller sections, but I guess I was a bit lazy. Just try to get the cream as applicable all over the hair as you can. And then I'm not going to show this part, but I also go in with the shea butter and just seal in the moisture before I start cornrowing the hair. Alright guys, so I'm not going to be talking so much in this video, because I mean, what's there to say really? I'm not really teaching you how to do cornrows here. I'm just kind of showing you my process in achieving the style. I'm not the pro at braiding or cornrowing or whatever, so this is not that kind of video. Alright, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, okay? Okay, I just came back to say that I have a little tip for when you're braiding hair. When I get to the end of a braid, I always finish up in twists. Does anybody else do that? I always finish up the braid with a twist, because I find that when you're taking down braids, it's so hard to unravel them at the very ends. So it's easier when it's twist, because it's I don't know if anybody else does that, so I just wanted to come in and say that that's what I do when I'm braiding hair without extensions. Especially, I always finish the ends in a twist instead of like doing the whole braid, because it makes it easier to take down. All right, I'm gonna shut up now. Okay, one last thing, and I promise I'm gonna shut up now for good. So when I'm doing the front of the hair, I really try to be careful. I mean, this is something we really all need to be careful about when you're braiding hair. When you go to the front, you have to really strike a balance between wanting to make it extra neat and preserving the edges. Because the truth is, if you braid too tight, especially around the edges, you're going to damage the follicles. The hair there is very fragile, it's very delicate, so you have to be very gentle. Don't pull too much. So I don't do the braids at the front. I really try to do them as loosely as possible. Of course, that means that they will not last as long, but to me it's okay, because the alternative is that I do them too tight and then they end up losing their edges, which is something that we don't want, right? So that's why I did a close-up of this, just to show you that I try not to do them tight. Yeah, and my girls also have a very sensitive scalp. They just get bumps no matter how. I mean, when you're doing this kind of styles, you have to be you have to hold the hair very loosely, or else they just get bumps, and then you have to struggle with treating the bumps. And when you have bumps after a hairstyle, it can lead to follicle damage. So just try to really minimize that when we are braiding. That was it. All right, I'm gonna shut up now, this time for good.